Hello and happy Sunday. It is an insane 86 degrees and it's only 1:30 right now. It has been in the 80s for the last couple hours. I was able to come out and do a project, which I'll show you guys here in a minute. But my main goal for today is to get these beauties planted. So we have a couple different varieties of tomatoes, peppers, flowers. We have watermelon, sweet potatoes, and peach trees. So I've acquired these from 3 different places. So here are the 2 peach trees, 1 and 2, and my sweet potato. I believe it's a purple sweet potato, and those were gifted to me from my father-in-law. So I need to get those in the ground, and then the peach trees in pots because they will probably need some more growing before we end up planting them. But that was a wonderful gift. I do have to look up purple sweet potatoes to make sure I transplant them correctly, but I'm excited. And so here are the next lot. These are from my son's Cub Scout project. So we have 2 watermelons there. Right here we have some marigolds and zinnias that we can just plant straight in the ground. And I need to find a location for our watermelons. And then over here, I got these from a coworker at work who has a farm and a greenhouse. So we have an early girl tomato, and as you can see, we already have a baby on her. We have a yellow bell pepper. He's crooked, but he'll straighten up, and he's still in a really good shape. We have a sun sugar tomato. Again, these are so well cared for. I wish I would have purchased my other plants from her, but I didn't find out till later. But we live, we learn, and there's always next year. Plus, I can support her with this way. We've got our Big Bertha pepper plant, our banana pepper plant, which has already got a baby banana pepper. And then this one I'm so excited about. He's really tall, so he needs some support already. It is a chocolate cherry tomato plant. And I'm so excited to see what these come out like. I have 2 others on order that she's gonna get to me this week. A striped German tomato and a jalafuego pepper. So I'm really excited to add these into my garden. So here, when it gets a little bit cooler this evening, I'll be planting these babies. Alrighty, I'm back, and here is part of our project we did, which was installing the drip line. Even though it's only in certain areas of the box, it seeps in and goes all the way deep down. Even though it looks kind of dry right there, it's actually wet underneath, and that's the most important part. My goodness, ladies and gentlemen, it got hot so early this season, and we had a very dry, mild spring, basically a week, and then we skipped to summer. And I'm feeling it because I do not like the heat. The heat does not like me. Unless I'm sitting by the pool, we don't get along. So it is, I think, almost 6 o'clock. I haven't checked the time, but I've got all of my plants in the ground with the exception of the 2 peach trees, which I need to repot with some compost from my pile. But I did get everything else in. It's fabulous. And we've got the drip line going for the evening. Everything will get a nice long drip of water tonight. We'll probably run it about an hour. That way everything is done, and then we'll come back out and water everything that doesn't get hit by the drip line, which would be the watermelons, the raspberries, and the grapes. And then we'll just verify, if there's anything else that didn't get hit, we'll get that done. So here's the look at the updated garden, and we have 2 more plants to come, 2 peppers, and I will plant those in pots, and I will show you where those are going to go. Right, the sweet potato slip is there. Hopefully it survives. 2 of our peppers. A spot along the fence line for that little bitty watermelon. There's 2 there, so we'll see if we end up pulling one. Here are the majority of the tomatoes and peppers. They've got plenty of room, lots of water. We have 1 tomato in with our asparagus. The chocolate cherry tomato in with our asparagus. They're companion plants, so they like each other and should thrive. We have our flowers planted in with our strawberries. As you can see right here, we have 2 areas, one up top and one up bottom, where the water's completely coming out. That's where we're gonna put our pots underneath for our 2 peppers. So the water will catch in them instead of flooding this area. One other addition to our garden is these fancy things. I say that sarcastically, but they are to keep the birds away from eating my baby apples. And as you can see, we've got 1 right there, and we have a beauty right there and several more up the top. This branch, for some reason, I don't see as many. I don't know if the birds got to them. That's the precaution we're taking at least. So I did that. And the same over here. And I ended up moving all of the bird food away from my plants in the middle of the yard. Next thing I'll show you is our lovely compost, which I will take a chunk of this for our trees. But we have some melons growing again, and looks like some potatoes. Little area right here, we have some surprise potatoes. It's finally getting beautiful. The sun is going down. There's a gorgeous breeze. I need some water really bad. So I'm gonna go inside, take a break, relax, come back out here in about an hour, check our watering progress, and call it a day. So, did you guys do any gardening this weekend? Did you get any unexpected surprise plants, or was everything planned? Any ideas, suggestions, or comments about what I did today? Always welcome. As always, like and subscribe to the video if you enjoy the content and you want to see how this turns out. If you have a YouTube login, it's absolutely free and doesn't cost anything, but it lets me know that people are interested. Thanks, guys.